Good morning, everybody. So this is your first biochemistry class, is it? Or you had earlier also? This is the first biochemistry class. So I am Dr. Sagar Mujumdar. I have done my MBBS. I got admitted in the year 1982. So it is ancient days, no? And I completed my MBBS in the year of 1988, including internship. After that, I went for post-graduation. I have done my MBBS from Regional Institute of Medical Science, Imphal. Then I went for my post-graduation MD course in biochemistry in the same institute in the year of 2000, in the year of 2005. Since then, I worked in the state service and now I have joined in this medical college. So I'll teach you biochemistry part only. So, maximum you are from Tripura, na? Is it? Outside also you are there. Now, is there anybody who has come purely from Bengali medium? Two of you are there. Anybody? Bengali medium 3? Okay. During our college time, there was very less number of English medium school. So we also had to study in Bengali medium. So don't worry, it will not cause any hamper in your study. You will take only 2-3 months to adapt with them. Okay? We are there to help you. We are there to make the things easy for you. So don't worry, it will help you. Yeah? You are also from? Out of the different subjects in medical science, this is the toughest subject because you cannot see anything with your eyes. Everything is unseen, so very difficult to remember. But it is not impossible. Chemistry you have read, so it is chemistry only. But here we will cover the things which are required for diagnosing the diseases, for the purpose of treatment of the diseases, for follow-up of diseases. So those things only will concentrate. How many of you like chemistry? Very good. Okay. So those who don't like also, you have to read, and it is not that tough. Okay. Now, in starting, we'll start with cell. Cell, you have read, it is not new to you. It is the functional, structural and functional unit of any living or living body. Now, cell, what is cell? It is nothing but the different chemicals, compositions of different chemicals. It is organized in organelles, and cell is clumped together into tissue, then organs and different organs with different organs. That animal is that is the formation of that animal. So you know, life starts with a single cell. No, with a single cell, life starts. From that, it gets divided into different cells of different function, and it is modified into a special cell wherever it is required. See, the brain cells, these are something different. Eyes, these are something different. Okay, renal cells, those cells functioning in the kidney, they are different. So, according to the need, it is changed. Now you don't get surprised how it happens. How it happens? See, a single cell. With that cell, it starts the life. Now it gets divided. Some of the cell it is formed into heart. Some of the cell it is formed into brain. Some of the cells it is formed into gastrointestinal tract. Okay. Now, as you will read your embryology, you will see that after a certain period of time, the cell it develops somewhere. It migrates to its original place in some given time. Who regulates? Who regulates these things? How it knows that it has to go in that place on? Okay. So it is regulated by, again, chemical. So this is the biochemistry. This is the biochemistry of the human body. Now, cell, it has a cell membrane. This we'll read in detail. There are organelles. Can you tell me what are the cell organelles? Anybody? Anyone? Just. Pardon? Mitochondria. Ribosomes. Golgi bodies. So, yeah, peroxisomes, all these things are cell organelles. Details we'll read in next class. So, these different organelles, they are different functions. As you know, our body is composed of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and phosphorus. So 90% of the body content is your carbon. Body molecule contains carbon. So different molecules, they are formed, synthesized. We take sometimes from the outside. So it is incorporated as required chemicals in the body. So as this is my first class, I didn't get time for preparing the slides. From next class onwards, we will cell, we know mainly two types, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Prokaryotic cells are also important for us. Eukaryotic cells are also important for us. Prokaryotic cells, where you will get? Because they are the organisms. They will have prokaryotic cells. They are main concern for us because we will deal in killing them. We will deal for harboring them. Those who are good organisms, we will harbor them. Those who are pathological organisms, we will try to kill them. Okay, so this is the main function of our medical science. Eukaryotic cells, we the higher organism, animals, they are having, human beings having. So here we will see the main functions of the cell. Yeah, please. And due to some defect, due to some abnormalities, what are the different the normal things which are being produced by the cell, how it is disturbed. So that thing we will measure, we will diagnose the disease. So for doing that, we have to know the normal things, normal values, normal things we will know. Now, out of the organelles, nucleus, as you know, it is the largest organelle. Have you ever seen the cell under microscope? Original cell under microscope? Okay. That will be shown in the in this anatomy department. When you see, you will find that there is a deep stained nucleus inside the cell. Okay. Now, nucleus is said to be the largest organelle, and it has double membrane. And in between the membranes, there are nucleopores. It is because it is the brain of the cell. Everything is regulated by the nucleus. All the required proteins, they are synthesized. They are synthesized in the cytoplasm, but their template is created in the nucleus. So that is brought to the outside through the nucleopores, and the required material, it is again going inside through the nucleopores. Then comes your mitochondria. This is the powerhouse of the body. ATP is generated in the mitochondria, and there the currency of the body is stored, created. Wherever we need energy, this ATP is utilized and energy is used for the purpose. Endoplasmic reticulum, they modify the protein as per requirement of the body. Okay. Now these things we will see in the next class. Then lysosome, then peroxisomes. Lysosomes are peripheral vesicle developed by the single membrane. Lysosomes are regarded as the digestive tract of all cells, since they are actively involved in the digestion of the cellular substance, namely protein, lipid, carbohydrate, nucleic acid. Lysosomal enzyme called hydrolase is the main. Lysosome enzymes are categorized as hydrolases. These include the enzyme alpha glucosidase, cathepsin, lipase, ribonuclease. Actually, what they do, they used to break down these unwanted things and destroy them. Now, in cell membrane, it is a bilayer membrane, and in between there are gateways, proteins, transmembrane proteins. Through that, the required materials, they go inside the cell. Okay. Now, another organelle is your Golgi apparatus. Okay. Your eukaryotic cell contains a unique cluster of membrane vesicle known as dictyosomes, which is in turn constitute Golgi apparatus for Golgi or Golgi complex. The newly synthesized protein. See, protein is, what is protein? This is the chain of polypeptide. Chain of polypeptide, it is synthesized. Now, the whole length of the polypeptide, it is not required for the body. So, wherever this is required, it is clipped and it is removed. Then folding is done, protein folding. Okay. Now, this is the newly synthesized proteins are handed over to the Golgi apparatus, which catalyzes the addition of carbohydrate, lipid, sulfate moieties to the protein. These are added in that polypeptide chain. The chemical modifications are necessary for transportation of the protein across the plasma membrane. Certain proteins and enzymes are enclosed in membrane vesicle of Golgi apparatus and secreted from the cell after the appropriate signals. Signal, what is signal? You will learn later on. Suppose, take an example that some particular hormone is required. Some particular hormone is required in the body, say insulin. Now, the signal will be sent to the cell nuclei that now insulin is required. So that signal, in response of that signal, the insulin will be synthesized, then modified, made it active, then released in the blood. Okay. Now, according to the signal, that protein is released in the blood. Lipid. Certain proteins and enzymes are enclosed in membrane vesicle of the Golgi apparatus and secreted from the cell after the appropriate signal. Digestive enzymes of pancreas are produced in this fashion. Golgi apparatus are also involved in the membrane synthesis, particularly in the formation of the intracellular organelles, example given, peroxisomes, lysosomes. Now, what are the peroxisomes? Also known as microbodies. They are single membrane cellular organelle. They are peripheral, spherical or oval in the shape and contains enzyme catalase. Catalase protects the cell from toxic effect of hydrogen peroxide by converting it to the oxygen, water and oxygen. Peroxisomes are involved in the oxidation of long-chain fatty acid and synthesis of plasmalogens, glycolipids. Plant contains glyoxysomes, a specialized type of peroxisomes which are involved in the glyoxylate pathway. Cytosol and cytoskeleton. The cellular matrix is also collectively referred to as cytosol. Cytosol is basically a compartment containing several enzymes, metabolites, and salts in the aqueous gel-like medium. More recent studies, however, indicate that cytoplasm actually contains a complex of network of protein filaments spreaded throughout that constitutes cytoskeleton. These cytoplasmic filaments are of three types: microtubules, actin filaments, and intermediate filaments. The filaments, which are polymer of protein, are responsible for the structure, shape, and organization of the cell. So these things we'll read again in the next class. Now, another term is there, apoptosis. When cell gets older, that is removed from the body by its own removal mechanism called apoptosis. Apoptosis is the programmed cell death or cell suicide. This occurs when the cell has fulfilled its biological function. Apoptosis may be regarded as natural cell death and is different from the cell death caused by the injury due to radiation, anoxia, etc. Programmed cell death is a highly regulated process. So it is the apoptosis is the wanted mechanism of the body, where the cell which is not required in the body anymore is removed. So today we will finish here. Next class we will go to these things in detail. Okay.